Hey, what's up guys? Ted here with the A-Team, here to introduce our new DEC Variable-ND adapter. Now, let's get right into it. The DEC Vari-ND is the latest in the addition to the DEC family, adding electronic variable neutral density filter on top of all the previous functions of the DEC adapter. Now, for those of you who don't know what the DEC adapter is, we'll leave a link below that explains all that in detail. But just to sum it up, the DEC is a 4-part genius adapter. 1, it's an adapter that allows you to use Canon EF lenses with micro four thirds and E-mount cameras. This means that all of your Canon or third-party lenses from Sigma, Rokinon, Tamron, etc. can now be used with your camera systems, such as the Panasonic GH4, GH5, BMPCC, Sony A7S, A7R, and many, many more. Part 2, it's a wireless follow focus, allowing you to use the internal autofocus mode of your lens to drive and rack focus. The controls are placed on this handy grip that can also be swapped out with a handle on a gimbal, shoulder rig, or jib to control focus even when your camera is placed in hard-to-reach rigging solutions or hard-to-reach stabilization systems. 3, the DEC is a wireless aperture adjuster. By rolling this back finger on the remote grip, the Genius adapter is capable of smoothly adjusting your aperture wirelessly without having to touch your camera. And 4, the DEC is a remote trigger, allowing you to start and stop recording without having to touch your camera. This control uses the built-in LANC port on your camera and plugs in directly from your adapter so you can begin and cut takes without ever needing to touch anything. Now, if you're familiar with the DEC lens regain, the second rendition of the DEC adapter, you'll also note the DEC is capable of including a speed booster-like optical element that widens your field of view and increases the amount of light entering your camera by 1 stop. Now, while the DEC Vari-ND does not include that speed booster-like element that the lens regain has, it does replace it with a built-in liquid crystal Variable-ND. Unlike most neutral density filters, which use 2 speckled sheets of glass to spin and darken your image, but often create nasty crossing patterns or color discoloration in the process. Now, this technology is unlike any other, but the closest comparison, if you guys are familiar with it, would be that of inside the Sony FS5. However, the DEC Vari-ND improves upon that FS5 liquid crystal technology to allow for adjustable Variable-ND that can be changed anywhere from ND8, which is a cut of approximately 3 stops of light, to ND 2048, which is the equivalent of 11 stops of light. So 3 to 11, that's 8 stops of Variable-ND that you can adjust anywhere in between. Or if you guys want to shoot with no ND, the liquid crystals can actually be entirely removed and replaced completely with this included clear sheet. Now, for those of you wondering about the battery life of the Vari-ND, the grip will work for over a week of continued use on a single charge. As for the adapter, 1 charge will give the adapter approximately 4 hours of continued use, but can also work simultaneous while being charged, which can be done using any 5-volt USB or cell phone charger. And in regards to build quality and protection, the Vari-ND is constructed with an all aluminum and brass build, a strong step up from the first DEC many years before. And like all Aputure products, the DEC Vari-ND ships in a hard shell, impact-proof case for easy transportation and protection. Lastly, I'd be remiss if we didn't mention a small but very requested update on the build from our users. The new DEC is now completely controllable from the adapter itself, which uses now this included built-in toggle switch to change both ND and aperture, the modes of which can be switched by pressing the toggle itself. So there you have it. There's the Aputure DEC Vari-ND. Leave us any questions below. Be sure to find us on social media. I'm Ted from the A-Team, and we will catch you guys next time. Not bad.